India rejects EU sanctions on Russian-linked refinery, slams NATO's pressure, says energy security comes first. VIP Industries chairman Dilip Piramal to sell 32% stake for 1,763 crore rupees, says next generation not interested in running the business. New BIS rules: 9-carat jewelry, hallmark now compulsory. Gold coins must be 24 carat, watches and pens out of scope. Welcome to HYBIZ TV. I am Shashira. You are watching Business Talk with Shashira. The European Union has announced new sanctions against Russia because of the war in Ukraine. These sanctions also mention the Vadinar refinery in Gujarat, which is run by Naira Energy, Russian company Rosneft. Russian company Rosneft owns a large part of this refinery. India's Foreign Ministry spokesperson Ranveer Jaiswal said that India does not follow any sanctions that are made by just one group or country. He also said that India cares a lot about its energy security so that the basic needs of its people can be met. And India has strongly responded to NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte's warning regarding secondary sanctions on countries like India for maintaining trade relations with Russia. The Indian government cautioned against double standards and emphasized that its energy purchases from Russia are driven by national interest and market dynamics. During the weekly media briefing, External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Ranveer Jaiswal stated, "We have seen the reports and are closely monitoring the developments. I would like to reiterate that meeting the energy needs of our people is our top priority. In doing so, we act based on what's available in the market and the global situation. We strongly caution against any kind of double standards in this matter." When asked about US President Donald Trump's recent threat to impose 100% tariffs on Russian exports and secondary tariffs on countries continuing trade with Moscow, Jaiswal said India is closely watching the rhetoric and developments. Despite Western sanctions on Russia due to the Ukraine war, India, China, and Brazil continue to buy Russian crude oil, which has made them the focus of Western scrutiny. Speaking to reporters in Washington, D.C., NATO chief Mark Rutte said, "If you live in Beijing, Delhi, or are the president of Brazil, you might want to take this seriously. Please call Vladimir Putin and tell him to get serious about peace talks. Otherwise, India, Brazil, and China will be heavily impacted." Rutte's remarks came shortly after Trump warned of imposing severe trade restrictions on Russia if it fails to reach a peace deal with Ukraine within 50 days. Trump said, "If no agreement is reached in 50 days, we will place extremely tough tariffs on Russia." India, China, and Brazil are key members of the BRICS group, a bloc that Trump has often criticized. Dilip Piramal, chairman of VIP Industries, India's biggest luggage company, has decided to sell his 32% stake for 1,763 crore rupees. The buyers include private equity for multiples investor Akash Bhansali and Carrot Lane founder Mithun Sacheti. Piramal said his three daughters Radhika, Aparna, and Priyadarshini are not interested in running the business. That's why he chose to step away after leading the company for 53 years. He added that VIP has been losing market share for the past 5 years and the company faced losses in all 4 quarters of the last year. After this sale, the Piramal family's ownership will fall from 51.73% to 19.73%. The stake was sold at 388 rupees per share 15% lower than the stock's closing price on July 11. Multiples has also launched an open offer to buy an additional 26% stake for 1,438 crore rupees as required by SEBI rules. In financial year 2025, VIP earned 2,169.66 crore rupees in revenue, but profits declined. Piramal said the company has strong fundamentals but has been facing management challenges. He believes the new management can revive the brand. Although Dilip Piramal will step down from the board, one family member will remain involved. The Piramal family will keep a 20% stake and stay on as shareholders. He also believes VIP has great potential in global markets, with its products already selling in 45 countries. Starting July 18, the Bureau of Indian Standards has made hallmarking mandatory for jewelry made from 9 carat gold. Until now, hallmarking was required only for jewelry made from 14 carat to 24 carat gold. Hallmarking serves as official certification of the purity of gold. The All India Gem and Jewelry Domestic Council stated that all jewelers and hallmarking centers will now need to comply with these updated BIS rules. Under the new regulation, 9 carat gold is now included in the list of grades that must be hallmarked. Previously, this was not mandatory. However, to ensure consumers are better informed about the purity of their gold, it is now compulsory. Hallmarking is done under the BIS Act of 2016. It certifies the quantity of precious metal in jewelry or artifacts, helping customers know how pure their gold items really are. There are currently 8 hallmark grades based on gold purity. Now 9 carat has been added as a new category. This change will offer more variety and transparency to buyers. Additionally, BIS has updated a few other rules. Gold watches and pens have now been excluded from the definition of artifacts, which means hallmarking is no longer required for these items. A new guideline has also been introduced regarding gold coins. Only coins made from 24 kf or 24 ks gold sheets will be considered fully pure. These coins must be manufactured exclusive by government mints or refineries and should not carry any legal tender value. Thanks for watching. Keep watching HYBIZTV. Namaskar.